everyone. Love Power Show. And today, in the interest of time, we're going to cut right to our subject matter, politics. And we've got a caller on the line, a political aspirer, if I might add. Brother William Hughes, is that right?
Yes, sir.
All right, we're talking about politics. In the studio with us today, a table of experts. To my right, Brother Omar Baruti. And to the right of Omar, Thale Price. And to the right of Thale, Brother Jabril Shabazz.
Peace, brother.
Yes, sir. And Paul Outlaw. Moderating today is your humble servant, yours truly. Let's go to our guest on the phone. And basically, we don't have but one or two questions today, Brother Jabril. Yes, they're gonna be short and simple,
Sure.
but they must be magnificent.
Yes.
Brother Hughes, here's the question.
Yes, sir.
Describe Memphis politics. Describe it. And you can do historically, the 60s, and current politics. And let me stop before I get too excited. Describe Memphis politics.
Okay. Right now, I'm going to give myself a brief introduction. I'm new to the political scene. My name is William R. Hughes. I'm a write-in candidate of the County Probate Court Clerk's Office. Currently working as a deputy court clerk in the General Special Civil Division, working with Mr. Ed and Jr. Now, as far as Memphis politics is concerned, my dad was in the background scene, but as far as what I feel about Memphis politics, got a long way to go. I saw things that changed, but they haven't changed because we are still racial. Hello?
Yeah, we're here.
Go ahead.
We can hear you. Go ahead, William.
Right. But Memphis politics, like I said, has a long way to go. You got too many small political machines now forming, and blacks and whites have to get together in this city, try to get something done here. I was in Nashville yesterday. I progressive city guys. Memphis should do the same thing. The political leaders in this city got together and came together under one force. They get everything done together, though. You got to do it together and be separated.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. I want to go next to Brother Jabril. Brother Jabril, describe Memphis politics for us.
Let me try to describe the difference between government and politics.
Okay.
You know, the government, you know, we have three branches.
That's
of
right.
Government.
That's right.
All of us now is owned by corporations.
Yeah.
The interlocking check and balance of government is where the politics is involved. The way in which this country do its business.
Mm-hmm.
You know, the classic term is compromise. You know, how different political facets compromise in order to get the political work done. So, but when the government is owned by corporatocracy, then the people have no voice. So the politics of Memphis is like the politics of America. The people are outdoors looking in, while all the government and political people are playing the game on the people. Because it's not for the people, by the people, and whatever the other word was, something about other people. That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
So that ain't working no more.
Okay.
So our approach to political power got to be something different.
Okay.
You know, because it no longer exists the way it existed 25 years, 30 years ago.
Okay.
Where, you know, Republican Party, Democratic Party, everybody had a place at the table, so to speak. But, you know, we didn't have a place at the table even then because most of the people that we have sent into the political arena to handle our business for have ended up, after a couple of years, being self-serving. So therefore, by them being self-serving, they sell us out for just pittance. I mean, what they call it, the trinkets, the minimum amount of money you can get, you know. So that's what they set out for. And the people still was on the outside looking in, marginalized by these people who we put in, so-called vote into power. And what would we do if we had all branches of government here in Memphis?
Okay.
You know, the mayor black, city council black, the county mayor black, county commission black. What can we do with power like that? Blackout. It's been that way. We've had that to happen here in the city of Memphis. And black people in the black community couldn't get nothing done, couldn't get a token of appreciation.
Okay.
Because the people who was in that arena, supposed to have been handling the people's business, sold the people out. We had one mayor stay there 19 years, 18, 19 years. Black city council, black mayor, black everything.
Right.
But we couldn't get the black community any kind of little token of anything, capital funding, let's say, to enhance the community aesthetics.
Okay.
You know, so we're in trouble, brother.
Right. What I hear you saying is that with all of this so-called African American leadership and representation,
The illusion.
When we look across the landscape, the political landscape, conditions seem to be getting worse. Brother Omar Baruti, I want to go to you. Describe Memphis politics for us, okay?
You know, Memphis politics is like politics anywhere in the world. It's like Brother Jubril said, it's controlled by multinational corporations. If you look at America, the way America was formed, it was multinational corporations that set the country up. They didn't come here for religious freedom. They came here because some company somewhere said go and explore. So the Hudson Bay Company sent people out. The Massachusetts Bay Company sent people out to this country. And it was a multinational corporation that set up the slave trade.
Sure.
So you got companies controlling the politics. You got companies control the religion. You got companies that control the health industry.
Sure.
You got companies that control, I can't think of a congressman now in the government that's not bought and paid for by some multinational corporation. All of it is based on economics.
Sure.
Before we can go into politics, we got to first get our economics together.
That's right.
The Jews have the economics together, and they can buy any politician they want on any day of the week, and that's what they do. That's why the Jews can get reparations from America, and we ain't done nothing to the Jews. That's why they can get $5 billion minimum put into the budget every year to finance Jewish causes throughout the world. We got to first come together with our economics, and then we can control our own politics.
Okay. Paul Outlaw, same question. Describe Memphis politics for us.
Well, we have a bunch of people in office now that haven't been taught what to look out for and what to be prepared for in order to do the things that are necessary for our community. When we have people that are undisciplined, have no idea of what it takes to liberate our people, when they are approached with trinkets, like Brother Jubril said, they're more concerned about the immediate gains than the overall gain of the community. So we have to start off by understanding that it's a process that we're going to have to go through to change this. We may have a few brothers and sisters out there that are really for the cause, but we have to recognize that we have to support them in their endeavors when they buck the system, if you will. I mean, we have a sister now that bucked the system, and she doesn't have the support. And you know, it makes me wonder sometimes how we continue to belittle our strive to be better by small injustices that may occur along the way. I mean, if there's a conspiracy to keep the money out of our community and you recognize it and you voice your opinion about it, but you attack on other angles so that you can't affect the change in what really needs to be focused on, then we have a problem when our people don't support you. You know, we shouldn't be worried about Henry Brooks if she did or did not live in the community. We shouldn't be worried about that. We should be worried about the fact that she knows that there's something going on in that juvenile court system with that money. And in order for us to have some power, we need to have a person in that position, and she's aspiring to do that, and we don't support her. You know, I mean, we have to recognize what politics is all about. And what it is, it's a way to amass power and get the things done that need to be done. And when we get up there and we're isolated and we're abandoned and we're by ourselves, eventually Henry Brooks is going to start saying, well, if I get some money the next time, I'm going to be concerned about my family. And I'm not going to worry about the rest of the black brothers and sisters. And she would be a victim, a statistic, just like the rest of our black leaders who get up in office. And after a while, when they try to promote the struggle, they find out that we don't support her because the white people have put something out there that they've done wrong that's minute to the gains and the progress that we need to make, and distract us and keep us from being focused on what the real causes are.
I'll tell you one thing I want to add to that.
Okay, go ahead.
Just for a second. A lot of times they isolate themselves because they don't come back to the community.
Okay.
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
Good
A
point.
lot of times.
Good point. So I'm coming back to you on a couple of things. Dale Price.
All right, Wallace.
And while you're doing that, you said something about voter apathy. You didn't use those terms, but that's what it means. An uneducated constituency.
Well,
Talk about that while you describe Memphis politics.
no politician elects themselves, Wallace. Voters do that. In order to change your political situation, you've got to be a conscious, educated voter.
Yes.
I mean, and hold the people that you elected to these positions accountable.
Yes.
I mean, seriously, go down to these city council meetings, to these commission meetings, you know. You go to church, you know. What's wrong with reading the city charter? You know, in order to
You
find
said
out.
read the Bible, right?
Most people.
So what's wrong with reading the city charter?
Exactly.
Okay.
So,
The Constitution.
right, I'm not trying to blame the victims, but prepare yourself to elect competent leaders. Because if you vote for somebody just for a name, or because a politician is telling you that he's doing a good job for you and keep going with him, then you know, that's what
Keep
you
going.
that's what you gonna get.
Keep going. We're going.
Well, actually, I'm not calling no names, Wallace. I'm just saying.
Okay. But when you say keep going with that same guy, we all know what you're talking
How's
about.
that, that's the position that we in now with
So
politics.
are we going miles today? Or are we going to hit hard today?
Look, I'm trying to.
It's
Sunday. It's Sunday.
We're going to go mile? Okay.
Look,
Go
I
ahead.
want to say this.
Go ahead,
I
wrap
want
it
to
up.
say this.
And you said something too about going to these city council meetings.
Right.
And you said that you were courageous enough to say, meet me, Dale Price, at City Hall. I'll be there.
I mean, they don't have locks on the doors. I mean, they got security down there for your protection, I hope.
Right.
So why not meet me and him and Brother Baruti down at the city council meeting? Let's see what's going on. Let's see what they're talking about.
That's right.
And let's see how they spending or not spending our money.
I hear a call for action.
I'm gonna wrap this up. You know, I just got back to Memphis, and I'm just so sick of these streets being so raggedy. I mean, I need to know what's going on with our streets, tearing up my car. But look, I want to shout out to Southside Scrappers and Pine Hill Nation.
Okay. Brother Jabril, I've heard you say your economics, your politics is your economics, and your economics is your politics. So,
And we got to put culture in there also.
and culture.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
You know, the radical voice in the Western world politics has been marginalized, almost isolated to where it's just a squeak.
Yes.
You know, they don't. Nobody want to hear the radical voice no more.
No.
Even in the city of Memphis, we have a radical voice in the 9th Congressional District.
That's right.
Doc Island Bishop is espousing,
They don't want to hear that.
but it's too much like the truth.
Yeah.
And the truth gonna have to be, cause see, you got to speak truth to power. And you got to back it up with people's power. Because see, you know, you can speak truth to power, but if just one somebody out there speaking the truth, it don't mean a thing.
Right.
But if you can bag that up with 3 million men in the mall of Washington, D.C.,
Yeah.
talking about this is what we want,
Yeah.
and we gonna stay here till we get it,
Yeah.
then it's a done deal.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? And I'm talking about reparation now.
Yeah.
See,
Yeah,
that's what,
understand.
see, like you say, we need, our economics is going to push our politics, our political agenda, our economics. But we got to find economics first. You know, because all the money's been marginalized. It's not coming to the black community, the so-called traditional black community. You know, we can't get funding for school. They close schools in so-called traditional black community. You know, because they have an agenda.
Yeah.
They beat on that agenda, and they back that agenda. We are suffering, and we don't have an agenda yet. But we're trying to put one together.
Yeah.
The radical voices out of South Memphis and North Memphis and Memphis in general is trying to put that radical voice back together where we can speak truth for power, back it up by people's power.
Right, so there should be a call for action, and I hear that. In terms of mobilizing the voter constituency. That's what I hear at this table. And you said...
Mobilizing, what are you saying about education?
Yeah, and education.
Got to build a conscience. Got to build a conscience.
Right, so while we talk, at some point, we've got to rally the people.
Sure.
And it takes courage to do it.
Let's say this one second. What Brother Jabril was talking about truth.
Yeah.
It's only one truth. That's all I want to say.
And Brother Jabril, you say many of the African American politics go for trinkets. They sell out for trinkets.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, you got a Volvo,
So you've got a bag of trinkets there, Brother Jabril. How many trinkets you got in that bag? Pass them under the table. Pass them under the table.
Yeah, we had politicians to do that. You know, they get the little trinket and they sell out, and a lot of them go to jail. You know, me and Mouse go get them out of jail, bring them back and put them right in front of you.
Come on, Brother Hughes.
Yes, sir.
Speak truth to power. Before I get too excited and go on and on. Go ahead.
Go ahead.
Yes, sir.
What would you like me to speak about?
Politics in Memphis. The politicians who are in office.
That's like I said earlier, politics in Memphis has a long way to go. But now we can get together if we sat down at the table together. We got different guys that are running different offices and ask for help in the city. And they out for themselves, like in fact, you mentioned earlier, out for themselves, they want to do at their own pockets, carry out their own agendas. That's not the way to get things done in the city. If you're trying to serve the public, that's not the way to get things done in the city. We got to come together. Our leadership now, I don't know what's going on with them, what they're thinking, what happening. The things that got to get better here in the city. It's as far as this is politics concerned.
Okay. Yeah, we've described some of what's going on. And here's another element, Brother Baruti. Back to voter apathy and uneducated constituency. Have most of these politicians come to the point where they think they only have to put a few signs out and get voted for? Is anyone rallying the people, talking about what they have done and are doing, have a plan? Just, can I go out and put a few signs up and maybe get elected?
Today we don't have a whole lot of politicians that can electrify the people because most of them are not doing anything for the people.
Right.
That's so true.
They're doing something for corporate America.
Okay.
And until that day comes, our people are going to continue in a state of apathy because they think that what difference does it make? I mean, when you have some of the presidents getting elected with only 25 to 35% of the entire voting population going to the polls to vote, how can they represent the majority of the people?
So true.
The same thing in Memphis.
That's right.
I mean, what has Steve Cohen done? What's his report card for Black Memphis?
He said he's doing good stuff. He said he is.
Show it to us.
Yeah,
And then what's the other stuff you're doing that we should also have in that same report card? Now, I look at politicians like I look at everybody else. If I'm gonna hire you and pay you, I need to get a report card from you showing me what you did.
Right.
Anybody that works for me, I need to evaluate their work from time to time. And if I can't evaluate what your work, you don't need to work for me. You don't need to be on my payroll.
Yes, sir.
So we need that scorecard, that congressional scorecard. Is that right, Brother
Absolute
Baruti?
must.
Okay, we need that.
Wallace, can I ask Mr. Hughes something?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Who's your opponent?
Who's my opponent?
Yes.
My opponent Paul Boyd, who is the incumbent, the Republican incumbent. and
He's a
William
Republican?
Clinton, who is the Democratic nominee.
Okay. Okay.
Okay, real